Good morning. Welcome to Wombledon. And this is our first episode of Wombled Wheels because we're out on our bikes and we are at the Northampton and Lamport Railway, Boughton Station, which is at the southern end of a 14-mile public footpath cycleway that goes to Market Harborough. There used to be a train line here. There still is a bit of a train line here, and we're hopefully going to see some steam trains today. It's the 2nd of December, and this is what they call a heritage railway behind us, and they're actually putting on some Santa railway thing, so we'll hopefully see some of that. But what we're going to do is we're going to cycle from here, hopefully. It's -3 degrees today, very, very cold. We're going to cycle from here to Market Harborough. It's 14 miles away. There's lots of things to see along the way. As you can probably see behind, it's very foggy. I was hoping to get the drone up, might get the drone up and see some of the bits and pieces. But yeah, we're going to go 14 miles to Market Harborough, like I say, and I'll show you some of the things along the way. We're hoping to have some fun. Probably about 2 hours cycling, but obviously with stops and things as we go along, we explain some of the stuff. It might be a bit longer than that. But anyway, enough waffling, let's get going. And we're off. Right, finally underway after doing the little opening scenes there. Everything's zipped up. So yeah, this on the right hand side is actually a brand new station. The Northampton and Lamport Railway, I think it's called, have the line itself actually closed in 1981, and then a few years later some railway enthusiasts got a licence or whatever they need to set up a heritage line. And so this on the right hand side now is part of the heritage line. It didn't used to come down this far, but what they've done is they've extended the line and they've literally built a brand new station. Let me see if I can, there you go. So this is the new station, and you can see all the signal boxes and signals and things. They're sort of period correct, and they do obviously run, you know, steam trains and heritage trains down here, old diesels as well, I think. If you want to find out more about it, what you want to do is head over to my friend YouTube channel Purple Vision and Purple's Railway Adventures, where he talks a lot about this. I think he works with these guys quite a lot down here to sort of bring it to people's attention. Anyway, we're going to continue on and see what we can see. It's very, very cold today. My fingers are freezing. The one good thing about cycling alongside an old railway line, obviously, is that it's going to be pretty flat. Now, one of the reasons this train line was actually built is because in 1851, large ironstone deposits, very rich ironstone deposits, were discovered around Northamptonshire, and some of them are up here on the right hand side. And obviously one of the best ways to move heavy aggregate around is using rails. So they built this train line in 1959 between Northampton and Market Harborough. One for moving goods around, but also it began to be used for passengers as well. And just up here on the right hand side, hopefully the picture isn't too wobbly, but we'll see. But just up here on the right hand side is where one of the sidings were for the mineral railways. There's nothing remaining of it now, unfortunately. But yeah, it's an important part of the heritage of Northamptonshire. Anyway, I'll shut up because I'm already out of breath. Hey up. Oh. So this is Pitchford sidings here, and the ironstone carts or carriages used to come down from the hillside up here and get loaded onto the proper trains. Way up. That's my mounts just fell over. Hello. Oh dear. don't know if this is going to work particularly well, is it? Whew. Yeah, that's actually wiggled loose. It was tighter than that when I started. Yeah. Right. Technical difficulties. My mounts fell over on my bike. So, I'm just going to tighten that back up. And then we'll carry on. But what I was saying is that this is Pitsford sidings here. Come on, camera, keep up. This is Pitsford sidings. And this is where they used to bring the ironstone down. Oh, thank you. Right, so we're continuing on. We actually cross over the line just up here. We've probably done half a mile and my camera's already fell over. We've only got another 14 miles to do. My light's decided that it's going to flip itself upside down. And yeah, we've got to open this gate, I think. There we go. So we're actually going to cross the line here. It is literally just a gate like this, look. You got that? Oh, sorry, Ben. Right, yeah, that's good. No trains coming, so look, we're actually stood on the lines here. And yeah, Ben's found a wind chime, is what he's saying. The wait for the gate there. Right, this way. It's very popular with walkers and cyclists, this path. But like I say, it was -3 degrees when we set off, so there's a lot less people out than you would normally see. Anyway, we're almost at the next station, which is the sort of the main headquarters for the Northampton and Lamport Railway. And this is the I've got a list in front of me. I've got little notes in front of me, but I've not set them out right. So this is the Chapel Brampton station. It's known as Brampton Halt. Like I say, got walkers. Morning. Morning. Oh. There you go. Morning. And so, yes, this is Brampton Halt. I think if we get time on the way back, we'll sort of stop and look at all these properly. But I'd like to get all the way to the end of the track, the 14 miles first, just to make sure. Oh, here we go, look, I'm saying that, but look, they're steaming up. Apparently they're doing like a Santa Claus special. And look, they've got polar bears and things in the window, look at this. So they're getting all prepared. And cheers, chap, thank you. Yeah, look, people on the train there. And then, like I say, steaming up. There we go. Little green loco. But hopefully we'll see that on the way back. Let's continue. Oh. Oh. So yeah, they spent a lot of money on keeping this going, but the people who keep it running are obviously very enthusiastic train custodians, I suppose. There's a few famous train custodians, aren't there? What's his name? The guy off the X Factor, or what? Pete Waterman. He's into his trains, isn't he? It's lovely along here in the summer. Absolutely gorgeous along here in the summer. But at this time of the year, it's a bit grey, a bit bleak. But it's still beautiful. I'd imagine the camera's being shook all over the place. It looks to me like it might be. So here we go. Going over a bridge here. Obviously with train lines, they like to follow a relatively level gradient, which means that they often follow tracks of water and low-lying land, which is obviously what is underneath this bridge here. And this bridge to the left of us is actually still the Victorian underpinnings And probably the bit I'm cycling on, to be honest. Oh, here we go. I bet you're being shook all over the place, aren't you? Down the other side. There we go. But yeah. Right, I'm just going to turn you off for a little while, whilst we get some miles under our way. Okay. So we're going over another bridge now, but that's the end of the Northampton and Lamport Railway at this point. I know they are looking for funding to get this bridge up and running, back to a usable condition, so that they can extend the line further along here. And I'll put some links down in the description actually about that. If you're interested in this kind of thing, there is a notice board there, and we'll have a look at that on the way back. But I just want to get some miles under us at the moment. We reckon we've done about a mile. I'm already knackered. Like I say, dog walkers everywhere. But in the summer, this is packed along here. Yep, into a far too long idea there. Well behaved doggos. Good morning. Other cyclists. Morning. So this, I believe, is what's called the Merry Tom Crossing. It's literally just it's not a proper road, this. It's just a farm track. But yeah, I believe that's called the Merry Tom Crossing. And this, to be fair, is the furthest along the track I've been, you know, in one direction. I've been to other bits further up, as you'll see those in a while. Oh, look at this. So here, this looks like the remains of a station, doesn't it? Now, what I'll do, I've done pretty much some of the history. What I'll do is I'll get my list of stations and sites out, so I know what we're hitting. Be back in a second. Right, I've got my research papers in front of me now, on my little bike mount. So the first station that we started at is the brand new one at Broughton Crossing. Historically there wasn't a station there, but obviously the Heritage Railway, the Northampton and Lamport Railway, have built that so that they've got a terminus for their operations. The next station where we actually saw the train steaming up was Pittsford and Broughton Station. It's now called Brampton Holt, or Pittsford and Brampton, that would be, obviously. Sorry about the wobbling. So at some point the next station will be Spratton. Now I don't think that was Spratton. That was probably a loading dock for some more of the minerals, or, you know, farm, like agricultural needs. But I don't really want to stop until we've done the whole journey, so I know how far we've got to come back. And then if we've got plenty of time to come back, then we can actually do some stops on the way back and, you know, get an idea of the layout of the land. So this actually might be the Merry Tom. I saw on the maps that there's a crossing. This looks more like it, to be fair. But anyway, so here we go. Look at this. Old Victorian bridge. And still standing after all these years. Granted, it doesn't have trains thundering over it anymore, but it's still here. It's not got concrete council like some of the bridges that we were building in the 1960s. Right. Stop for a drink in a minute. maybe have a look at the phone and see where we are in relation to everything. Whose idea was it to do this on the coldest day of the year so far? You up? Oh dear. Morning. And this is supposed to be fun, is it? Morning. Are you having any fun yet? Are you having any fun? No, me neither. It just seems like an effort. You are? Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind if you had some views, but all I can see is this track that just keeps on going and going and going. And the worst part is, I can see that person in the fog all the way up there, and nothing changes between now and then. They're just going to be less in the fog as we get closer to them. Morning. Right, this is where the road crosses going up to Brixworth. Unfortunately, with it being so foggy, I was going to tell you some interesting facts about the church at Brixworth, but I'm not going to bother. I'll do it on another video. We'll actually go and look at the church because it's very interesting. Oh, sod it, let's do some facts about Brixworth Church. Hands up in the comments who wants some facts about Brixworth Church? Thought you might. It's always you, isn't it? Right, Brixworth Church was built in about 680. So it's about 1300 years old. Then when the Vikings turned up in the late 8th century, 9th century rather, they wrecked it, sacked it, whatever you call it. But they made a big bloody mess of it. And but the Anglo-Saxons, the Anglo-Saxons aren't really known for building much in stone. So to have a stone church from that time is a heck of a thing. If it was nice and sunny, I'd show you it up on the right hand side. But what they actually did when they were building it, they actually used some of the fabric from earlier Roman buildings that were around this area. So not only is it an Anglo-Saxon church, but it's got Roman underpinnings as well. So yeah, like I say, if it was a little bit brighter, a little bit less foggy, I'd show you pictures of it. I suppose I can show you this picture now, and this picture now. And probably, you know what, as a bonus, this one. There we go. What do you think of that? Lovely, wasn't it? So yeah, that's Brixworth Church. Anyway, we're moving on. That was the site of Spratton Station as well, confusingly. Because Brixworth Station is a little bit ahead of us. So, onwards and upwards. Right, we're just going to continue. It's further than we thought, we'll be honest, and it's cold. But we're still enjoying ourselves. Hey! He's got younger legs than me, and his bike's a bit better. Both of these bikes are off Facebook Marketplace. And a bit of work, a bit of fettling to get them right, and they work perfectly, which is good. Mine's one of these little hybrid things, not like electric hybrid, but skinnier wheel than a mountain bike, but wider than a racing bike. And Ben's is a sort of full-on mountain bike. I think we worked out that Ben's must have been about 1996 when it was made, by the gear set that's on it. It's a Shimano DX gearing system, but they only put them on bikes for a couple of years, so 1994 to 1996, something like that. Boring, I know, but something to while away the tedious journey. I don't know who thought this would be a good idea on the coldest day of the year, but there you go. So we've reached another crossing. This is quite a busy crossing, this one. You see the speed the vehicles come down here. So Lampport's just up this way. And then along that way it leads down to the A14. So quick crossover. But yeah, it's a much quicker road, this, quite a major route out of Northamptonshire. Anyway. Boys taking the lead this time. I'll have to have a look at the maps because I think there was a station here. I think this is where Lamport Station would have been. And that building there that we just passed is probably part of it. But I'm not 100% sure. The track's got a little bit thinner here, hasn't it? But yeah, behind these bushes and things, wouldn't surprise me if underneath this there is a station. Yeah, it looks like there could be there. We'll have a look on the way back. Hey up, we're going uphill. You never go uphill on a train track. Part of the attraction of it, isn't it? Rock mum, no hands. Rock mum, no teeth. I can't do that anymore. I used to be able to ride without my hands on the handlebars. You were all hoping for the same thing here, aren't we, viewers? I'm a bit too close, actually, let's be honest. I'll go crashing over the top of him when he crashes out, won't I? Oh, he's got a wobble on. More difficult than I was imagining. Come on, let me come. Yeah, this is harder than I thought it would be, but it's still enjoyable. Hey, what are you going to do? We've got lots of jays coming past us up here. Yeah, look at them all, Ben. As soon as I turn the camera around, all the wildlife's come out. Wow, an elephant! You don't often see those in the wild, do you? Oh, let me turn the camera around. Oh, it's just gone, you missed it. Sorry about that. I think it's gone up to Brixworth Church. A picture of the elephant. A grey elephant against a grey background. Frantically Googling images going, elephant in fog. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the birds up here, but those look like jays to me. Yeah, there's lots of them. No, they can't be jays. They don't, they're fieldfare or something like that. That's what they are. Which are a migratory bird, I believe. So they're coming here for the better weather. Makes you wonder where they've come from for better weather. North Pole. Anyway, just keeping on. So we just stopped to let these slightly quicker cyclists past us. Look, they're wearing helmets and everything, proper professionals. One of them's played some hard dance music. So yeah, and I think we're at the site of, where would we be? Well, this is Drowton Road or Draughton. But yeah, looks to me like there would have been a station here. This, I don't know whether this is definitely some kind of architecture over here, isn't it? You are? Oh, Christmas Bazaar.
It is bizarre.
How bizarre. I've just realised your what do you call it? Your brakes sound like the
train.
Yeah, the poop.
Oh,
No.
yeah. If you can just imagine for a moment.
Boop, boop. There we go. Right, anyway, onwards and onwards. I just took a beautiful picture of that bridge back there. did a whole big long spiel about how nice it was, and then it turned out that I wasn't recording videos, so I'll do it on the way back. Yep. So we're about to pass underneath the A14, which carries a lot of traffic from the Midlands to the east coast ports, Harwich and Felixstowe, Immingham, all the way along there. So it's a very busy road, and just after this is the first of 2 tunnels that we're going to see. So, well, I say 2 tunnels, there's 2 tunnels here, but originally it wasn't massively busy, but it began to, you know, pick up with its passenger numbers and the amount of goods and things that it was carrying. So what they had to do, well, you'll see in a minute. So this is the tunnel underneath the A14. Like I say, leads to the M1 and the start of the M6. So it's a bit slippy there. Oi! Nearly went then. I don't think the camera caught that. Slipping a bit here. Whee! And then just up here, in a few hundred metres, it's the first of, like I say, the 2 tunnels. This is the Kelmarsh tunnel, and there's actually 2 tunnels. Just going back to what I was just saying there, as the need for trains coming up and down this line increased, they actually put 2 tunnels side by side. Now you can't see them at the moment, both of them, you can only see one of them, but the other one is just over on this side. And what I'll do is I'll put some video links down in the description where I think I've done a video, and I think Purple from Purple Vision has done a video as well. And yeah, so here we go. Lights on. I think it's 294 metres long, this. Something like this, something like that. And obviously it's very dark. There's a vent in the middle. Morning, afternoon now, I suppose, isn't it? Hey, up, hey. Found the roughest patch of ground. There we go, lights are on. Yep. Let's look. Here we go. Into Kelmarsh Tunnel. And automatically you'll hear the sound change. Look at that. Woo! Yeah. You can see Ben right in front because my light's shining on him. But yeah. This is pretty cool, isn't it? Is that what that was? Just put my light down a little bit. There we go. So we're cycling through the Kelmarsh Tunnel. Actually feels like we're going uphill a bit here, doesn't it? There were calls to actually open this train line back up again. I think in 2019, Grant Shapps, who was at the time the Transport Minister for the government, called for this line to be open because it does actually link up with the Midland Main Line and the West Coast Main Line. And it would obviously mean another route north should there be any delays on either of those lines. But here is the vent. Let's just have a look at this. This is pretty cool. So, just going to tilt the camera back and you'll see, hopefully. I don't know what you can see. No, doesn't want to do it, does it? There we go. There's the vent that leads out to. Yeah, obviously these were steam trains back in the day, and they'd be coming through here with their steam engines puffing and blowing away. But anyway, we're going to continue on. I think you can probably see the end of the tunnel there if I zoom a bit. That's the end of the tunnel there. Let's continue on. Come on then. Even with these are quite powerful bike lights. Even with these, it's you know, it's pretty dark. But it's more. We've got little bell things on our bike. Well, electronic bells. Listen to this. You can change the sounds on them as well. Ben's got his sounding like a space invader. Yeah. So there you go, Kelmarsh Tunnel. I think it's 294 metres. I've probably already corrected myself in the text, in the subtitle bits. But there we go. And out we go. Well, in a second. This is actually the best piece of the track. It's nice and smooth, isn't it? Yeah. Big hole there though. Watch out for that. And then back onto it. Oh, yo, big puddle out here and all. Oh God, my bum's already covered in mud. Go slowly through that, so I don't flick too much up. There we go. That was Kelmarsh Tunnel. Listen to the difference in the atmospherics. It's great, isn't it? So now we're going on to another tunnel, which is the Oxenden Tunnel, and that is longer. I think it's 300 and odd metres long. Got another bridge going over what I believe is one of the tributaries to the River Eyes. Oh no, it isn't. This is a road bridge. I'll shut up. Okay, so we're at Kelmarsh Station. Okay, this is the site of the old Kelmarsh Station, and just in here, just in there, you can't see it through the trees, is well, it's a house, but it used to be a pub called the Railway Tavern, something like that. And over here, behind these trees over here, is another interesting thing. I don't know if you can see that house, little building through there, but that is a fuel depot. It was actually used by the army, well, the government, to supply fuel during the Second World War and into the Cold War. Again, I'll link some videos that Purple's done, and you can have a look at that, find out a bit more about that. But yeah, we're moving on now up to the Oxenden Tunnel. I think it's probably about 3/4 of a mile, which on a bike isn't too bad, is it? About 10 minutes. And then in the back here, you can actually see the evidence of the station in places. But like I said earlier, I don't really want to stop until we know that we've got to our destination. And then, obviously, at this time of the year, it's almost the darkest or the shortest days of the year. And I don't want to be cycling in the dark, really, for obvious reasons. I've got my torch. Oh, my torch is still on, actually. Turn that off. There we go. But yeah, all along here, Ben, is the fuel depot. Can you see it up on there? There's a great big underground storage. I'll just stop actually and just show the viewers that. I don't know if you can see up on the top of the hill there. You've got these sort of storage bunkers, whatever they're called, reservoirs, I suppose. Reservoir dogs, yeah. No, they're sheep, Ben. They are definitely sheep. They might be sheep dogs, yeah. And just on the left here as well is an old quarry, which again, me and Purple have done an exploration of, and we kind of came to the conclusion that they were probably quarrying clay to build the bridges and the station at Kelmarsh just here. So there you go. Onwards to Oxenden Tunnels. Afternoon. Just over to the left here, it's a big hall called Kelmarsh Hall, and yeah, big fancy place. There's big events like Northamptonshire Farmers or something like that, East of England Farmers, something like that. There's also has festivals on there and things. Look at the privilege of youth, he's hardly even cycling. Hey up, lump. Hey! He's overtaking him. He's only gone and done him. Death race. Go on. Go on. Oh. Right. It's hard work, this. It's harder than I thought it was going to be. But it's also cold, so my muscles aren't really getting warmed up very much. Afternoon. One of the beauties of coming along here is that you can actually sort of take a little bit of a walk along lots of different parts of it. There's lots of little parking spaces. As you come along, you saw back there the Drowton car park, and then just here we've got the road that runs from Market Harborough to Northampton, or vice versa, Northampton to Market Harborough, same way we're going. I think it's the A508, and as you can see up ahead, there's cars there, and probably those people that we've just seen with the doggy. They're probably just parked up and come for a little walk, enjoy a bit of it. But yeah, we thought we'd come out and do the whole damn thing. And the worst thing is we've got to go back there. I suppose we could get a bus. We could get a bus back. Lock the bikes up, get a bus back, then drive back up here to get the bikes. Can you take bikes on buses? Yeah. Oh, there you go then. Let's get a bus back. Well, we'll see. We'll see. And so here, I think there was a station here as well, Kelmarsh Station. No, it wouldn't have been Kelmarsh Station, would it? I've moved my notes now, so I don't know which stations are which. Clipston and Oxenden sounds about right to me. That would have been right. Clipston and Oxenden, I think that's the name of the station here. Buildings are still there, but they're hidden well behind those giant little andis now, so... Anyway, onwards to the tunnels. More tunnels. We like tunnels, don't we, Ben? We like tunnels, don't we, Ben? Yeah. Little old bridge here. Or is it a bridge? No, it isn't, is it? It is the entrance to Oxenden tunnels. So this is longer than the Kelmarsh tunnels that we just went through. This is 422 metres long. It's about a quarter of a mile. I know it's not much, you know, in the world of tunnels. It's not like the Channel Tunnel, is it? Other ones that go under the mountains in Switzerland, but you know, it's in Northamptonshire, which is pretty flat as a county. Here we go. There's those people. I can hear those people who came past us with the music. Just leaving the other end. Wow. It's like entering a different world, isn't it? This isn't quite as well. Yeah, this is a bit bumpier than Kelmarsh. But glad we got the lights, Ben. Yeah. I'm getting wet from below as my bike's kicking more up, and I'm getting wet from above as so here's the vent. like I say, if we get time on the way back, we'll get some nice artistic photos. Ben's good at that kind of stuff. And there's the vent. That's the natural daylight coming in. And just above us, actually, well, slightly off to the west, it's the village of Great Oxenden. And it's an interesting one because it doesn't actually have a church in the village. The church is about 3/4 mile further up the tracks, or further north. And also, there is an abandoned Little Oxenden, about 1/2 mile west, which is a village that was just abandoned sometime in the Middle Ages. A lot of people say they were plague villages. I don't really know if that's the case with Little Oxenden. You know, when the plague came through. And it came through a few times, actually. You know, we know about the one in 1665 and 1666. That's a famous one, but there were other instances of the plague coming through. I'm waffling on there, to be fair, because I've no idea whether Little Oxenden is the result of plague deaths. Yeah. Afternoon. There you go, you can hardly see other people in here. Luckily they bring torches. So there we go, that is the 422 metres of Oxenden Tunnel. And the architecture is something else on these tunnels. The amount of work that went into them is unbelievable. But at the time, during the rail explosion, all of these railway companies, you know, it was like the dot-com bubble, really. They were able to, not only be better than the dot-com bubble, because obviously they were able to promise on, you know, follow through on their promises. Look at this bridge. Thousands upon thousands of bricks. Probably made locally as well. There'll probably be a brick quarry not far from here where they were making those. So, next stop, Market Harborough, at the end of the line, because there it meets up with the East Coast Main Line, or it used to, what's now called the East Coast Main Line. It also used to meet up with the Rugby to Stamford branch, which again, me and Purple have been out to do some exploring on. And yeah, if you're into your train lines and things, Purple Vision and Purple's Railway Adventure is definitely somewhere to look. He's dead enthusiastic about the trains and things, and the old lines. Not only old lines, you know, he likes modern trains as well. So yeah, head over there, have a look at what he's doing. I'll link him down in the description. But yeah, so Market Harborough must have been quite a bustling town during the heyday of the railways, because, you know, 3 lines came up here. The one straight out of Northampton, the one coming from Stamford and Peterborough, and the one coming from Rugby, you know, so it was a kind of a central meeting point. And I think that's one of the reasons why they want to reopen this line, because it enables you to get, oh, big puddle, it enables you to get from places like Milton Keynes, obviously Northampton, straight up to the middle of England, if you like. You know, Market Harborough is sort of the start of the East Midlands proper, I suppose. Just quickly, you know, if you want to get a train from Northampton to Market Harborough now, I think you probably have to go to bloody London or something first, and then come up on a different main line. But it's crazy. But this line wasn't actually part of Beechin's cuts in the 1950s and 60s. It carried on through until 1981. Again, look at this bridge. Beautiful example of Victorian architecture, and probably nothing more than a farm access. Amazing stuff. You can actually see there, Ben, look at the old signal. We'll capture that on the way back, people. I can almost smell Market Harborough now. I'm not saying it smells, but it's a figure of speech. On we go. So I've never been up here this way, so yeah, it's all new to me now. Nice little fishing lake there with caravans around it. Looks like a nice place if you're into caravans and fishing. That's your thing. Yeah. Here we go. I can almost smell the coffee that I'm going to get when we get to Market Harborough. And we do have a decision to make, because we could get a bus back. But you know what? I think I'll probably cycle back. What do you reckon, Ben? No? Cycle? Ben's saying cycle. Ben's 23 years old, nearly 24. He's at the peak of his energy and things, you know. Hasn't got a girlfriend, so this is the best way to get his sexual tension out, I suppose. One thing I do like at this time of the year is obviously all the leaves are now off the trees, but some kind people, usually people with dogs, well I'd hope it was people with dogs, see fit to decorate the trees with brightly coloured bags, and I can only assume that they're filled with dog shit, but it does, you know, provide a little bit of colour on a drab day like today. I mean, to be fair, it'll still be providing that same colour 10 years from now, but you know, surely it'd just be easier to leave it, you know, at the side of, you know, flick and stick, I think they say, don't they? You know, just flick it off to the side. If you haven't got a bag, just flick it off to the side, rather than flinging it into the bushes. And yeah, anyway, there's me rant. Right, nearly into Market Harborough now. Just on the outskirts. Like many of the towns in the Midlands, they are doing a lot of building work on these big open spaces. And just to the left of us here, you can't see it, but I'm telling you that it's the case. There's another great big development, whether it's houses or industry, I don't know. Probably a bit of both. They don't seem to mind these days, just putting houses right next to blooming factories, do they? But yeah, so we can't be far, because like I say, these are the suburbs of the small town of Market Harborough. Don't know a great deal about Market Harborough, to be fair. Pretty little place. Hello! Yeah, we're on a tarmac path now. It's changed a little bit. That's a little bit more comfortable, isn't it, Ben? Dog bins. Yeah, we're definitely in a more urban environment now. There's houses just here at the left of us. And the actual train line, or what remains of the train line, this part of it, just kind of disappears. Yeah, but we're running through a housing estate here now. Probably great for the kids to come and play along here. Obviously at this time of the year. I would imagine some of them are putting their Christmas trees up, aren't they? Getting all prepared for Crimbo. Bless them. There we are. This is the outskirts of Market Harborough. You can hear the roads, you hear the traffic. And there, hello again. We're almost there now. I don't know whether we can get over here. There's a petrol station just there. But I think we'll go into the town centre itself, and grab a coffee, something to warm us up. But yeah, I know we can continue through, that's good. National Cycle Network. So here we go, yeah. Oh, for crying out loud. Thank you. Should have just gone. Everybody would have got done quicker then, wouldn't they? Yeah. There you go, people trying to be too nice to each other. And them new laws. But yeah, look at this, we're on proper tarmac now. And up into Market Harborough. It is a beautiful little place, to be honest, Market Harborough. Hello, mate. Allotments here. Oh, doggo. The Cinnamon Lounge, fine Indian cuisine. Free advertising there for you boys. Yeah, nice park, isn't it? So this, do you reckon this was the old train line still? It must be, mustn't it? Running right behind all these houses. You can't see them behind this great big laurel hedge. But yeah, there's loads of houses there. A nice little avenue of trees to the right. Hello, doggy. This looks like it might be it. This looks like it might be it. Yeah. Wow, okay. So, cycle route this way. Go on, I'll let you go first. But I think that was probably where the last vestige of the actual train track bed is. I know it followed round this way. Just carry on, mate. It does lead us into the town, I know that much. But yeah, you can see we're in an urban environment now. Lots more people about. And walking dogs and just using these little tracks in between the housing areas and the shopping areas. Oh yeah, no, this is right, because I believe, thank you, there's the Sainsbury's, like I said. We just pop back on the path, mate, for now. So yeah, so me and Purple have been up here before. I think just here, where these cars are parked on the left, there was something, I can't remember now. But if we continue round to the Lidl, or the Aldi, which is up here, or there, it doesn't really matter. There we go, Northampton to Market Harborough. So up here is where the line actually came through. And it actually ran along this road. I'll have a look at the NLS maps. The National Libraries of Scotland have got a great archive. I'm sure you've seen it on other YouTube videos if you watch anything to do with history. And the train line actually went through there. But what we're going to do is, tell you what we'll do, is we'll go up to the station, and that will literally be the end of the line then. So the station's over here. So we need to cross over. Ooh, sorry, mate. Right, then we can use the road properly. So, all the lines used to meet up here at the station. And there in front of us is Market Harborough train station. It's actually a fair ways from, well, not a fair way, it's walking distance from the town centre itself. We're going to go back to the town centre in a second. But this is where the line that we've been following, it kind of met up with the Stamford to Rugby line, but it eventually terminated up here at Market Harborough station. So there you go. That is, it's not quite Northampton, it's Chapel Brampton, or the Brampton Crossing, Broughton Crossing to Market Harborough. But yeah, pretty much Northampton to Market Harborough. And that's the station there. So what we're going to do is we're going to head back into the town. Going to find somewhere we can have a nice coffee and get that down us, and then I suppose cycle back home. And if we've got time, might do some B-roll and things, but I've got to be honest, I don't think we will have. I do want to get back in time to see the steam trains running back down at the Northampton and Lamport Railway. So here you are, look, this is the town of Market Harborough. Looking for a nice looking coffee shop or something. It's a pretty little place. It's a pity this big road comes right through it, but it was obviously quite important back in the train days, like I said. But it's bustling. I mean, we live in Wellingborough and there's just, you don't get this in Wellingborough at all. Not anymore. But yeah, pretty little place this is. Very big church. And then you've got this. I don't know what this is. Oh, there'll be a little, I don't know if you can see that, yeah. I don't know what that actually is, but it's very pretty. Right, That's what we're going for. Subway. Back in a bit. Right then, that's us fed and watered. And we're heading back now. Whatever sunlight that there was, whatever heat we got from the sunlight, has now gone, or is going very quickly. And going on the amount of time it took us to get here, granted we stopped a little bit to sort of look at some things on the way. It was a good 2 hours, so we might end up going back in a bit of darkness. But it is what it is. I have a feeling we're riding into the wind. Just a very slight, I know there's not much wind, but... My hands are freezing. Oh dear. Oh. There's nothing to say we can't lock the bikes up, get a bike back and get a bus, is there? Really? Might do that, mate, because I think this is going to be too difficult. Mate, my hands are frozen. We go back up to the town centre, find somewhere to lock them. Yeah. I can't even operate this, you see. Don't know if you heard that, but I think we're going to have to admit defeat. It's -3 degrees. My fingers are going white with the cold. And what we can do is we can lock the bikes up somewhere in the town, head back and get the car. Oh, are we going to be able to get a bus? Yeah, it must go past Broughton. Right, anyway. So that's that then. I don't know how much I showed you of the journey back, but we didn't make the journey back. It's just too cold. My hands were too cold to operate the gear levers and the brakes and everything. So what we actually did was we stopped at this lovely garage over here, Prothero's in Market Harborough. We locked our bikes up over there. We jumped on a bus. We got the bus back to Northampton, and then we got the car and we brought the car up here. We've loaded the bikes in, and we're going to go home. What did we learn from that? It's a beautiful bike ride. Another thing we learned is it's probably best not to do it on a day when it's -3 degrees, and certainly not to do it when we're not really prepared for it. But we've had fun, haven't we? No, I've had fun. He's not had fun. No, neither of us had fun.
No fun was had.
No fun was had today. No, we both had fun, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's been good. Bit of an adventure. We've been out for 6 hours to do a 14-mile bike ride. But there you go. So yeah, we're going to go home. Get a nice warm cup of something warm. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. If you like the videos, please like and subscribe. Please comment if you've got any comments, and please hit the bell notification. Anything else? No? So it's goodbye then.
Goodbye.
Goodbye then.
Goodbye then.
Yeah, goodbye then.
Yeah.